Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Madden 20 Panthers franchise. Just had some. I know I normally do these kind of videos every 4 games, but just some house cleaning issues. The Panthers have made a trade, and I will show you the trade. The Panthers have traded a 2021, which is next year's draft, projected to be the 86th pick in the draft, to the Bengals, and Graham Gano to the Bengals for Josh Lambo. So the Panthers, I mean, this is it for Ron Rivera, for Marty Herney, for all the staff with the Panthers. This is it. They've got to make the playoffs this year, and they can sense it. And giving up a third round pick, we had the extra third round pick that we traded for in last year's draft, and we've made the trade. Graham Gano, he's missed 3 extra points already, missed a field goal. So I mean, it's definitely a trade that is made out of desperation, but an 0-2 start, a disappointing 0-2 start. You can see the Saints are off to 2-0, the Falcons are 2-0, Buccaneers are 1-1, Carolina 0-2. It's already tough to make the playoffs when you've started out the season 0-2. So this is the first big trade in this franchise. Let's kind of see if there's anything about the social media. As you can see, the defeat at home, 21-19. Ross Tucker says Gano should have a better chance to contribute in Cincinnati than he did in Carolina. We'll see. I mean, Lambo, the overalls are not that much different, but we'll look at Lambo here. But something had to change, and Graham Gano, unfortunately, he's the scapegoat. He had a bad year last year kicking. He's off to a pretty bad start this year. But the thing about Gano was his accuracy. His leg is strong, but his accuracy rating was not. And you can see with Josh Lambo, he's got a higher kick power than even Gano had. But you can see the accuracy is at 90. And we'll see if it was the accuracy rating of Graham Gano messing me up with the kick meter. Now that we've got an accurate kicker, we'll see if I can figure out this kick meter. But, something had to change. Something had to happen. Unfortunately, Graham Gano, he's probably, up until last year, was probably the second best kicker in Panthers history behind John Casey. And now we'll see what Josh Lambo can do. I mean, again, it hurts. It hurts to lose that extra third round pick. But, right now it's desperate times in Carolina. It's desperate times for Ron Rivera in Charlotte. They had to make a move, and they go to the Bengals, who are not necessarily a team that's going to compete this year. They get an extra third round pick for Cincinnati to try to rebuild, and they get Graham Gano. Maybe he'll go to Cincinnati and tear it up. But we'll also look at this. We've got Christian McCaffrey, who is due for his extension, and it's no question that he is going to get an extension from the Panthers. They don't have the 5th-year option yet, so that's kind of disappointing, because I would like to use the 5th-year option on Christian McCaffrey, but it's not available right now. It's not in the latest update, I guess. So Christian McCaffrey, a 92 overall, he wants $44 million. $44.5 million is considered a fair offer. But you can see the Panthers are going to have plenty of cap room next year. But I'm going to sweeten this deal for him because I do not want to lose McCaffrey. I've got, you can see available funds. I don't know if there was a glitch when I first started this, because I first started the series, or I first started playing my franchise when it was on the early access with EA early access. So I started playing a week before the game came out. So I don't know if that was a glitch on, but you can. I started out with $300 million, so I've got plenty of money here to sweeten this pot for Christian McCaffrey with this signing bonus, and see if I can talk him down on this salary. But I've got plenty of money to spend. We'll see if we can get him to come down. If he's not going to come down, then obviously, you know, I'm going to re-sign him regardless. So we'll see if this is good enough. It's a 5-year extension worth $45 million. He wanted $44.4 million. This is over $1 million more than what he was asking for. So we'll see if this goes through. Come on, that's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. So Christian McCaffrey, without question. I mean, he had some injury problems last year. He's off to a great start this year. Even with the injury problems, he still almost had 1,000 yards rushing, had over 500 yards receiving. It's just not even a question. Christian McCaffrey is going to be one of the cornerstones for this franchise for a long time to come. So he is signed for basically the next 6 seasons. We got to finish out this year, and then we'll have him for 5 more years. So he's signed through, I believe that would be 2026. So Christian McCaffrey gets his second contract. We're all excited about it in Charlotte, and that's all I wanted to do. I know, like I said, I usually do these kind of like that aren't game highlights. And I'll still do that after week 4. I'll still come back on here and do the quarterly review that I do. But just wanted to step in, show you all the big trade with Cincinnati, the first big trade in this franchise. And we've got Christian McCaffrey signed. So peace out, everybody. Carolina, desperate team right now, desperately needs a win at Denver. We all know what Denver did to the Panthers. We all know what Von Miller did to Cam Newton in Super Bowl 50. So a bit of a revenge game for the Panthers in that way. So they've got to get the win, and I'll see y'all for the highlights for that game.